HIFEP stands for high intensity focused. I can't sell a treatment that has a lot of downtime anymore.
If you've heard of the Longevity Bible Lifespan by Professor David Sinclair, you know that living well is more important than just living long. In fact, this show is dedicated to the science of beauty, wellness, and longevity. That's why I'm so thrilled to partner with Melrose Future Lab for Season 9 of the Ageless Radiance Club podcast. Future Lab is Australia's first supplement range focused on extending not just your lifespan, but your health span. Available exclusively at Chemist Warehouse, these affordable and science-backed supplements are the key to aging well. Welcome to our latest podcast episode, where we're going to explore the forefront of aesthetic medicine with Dr. Saras Sundrum, founder of Dr. Saras Co clinics and a leading aesthetic practitioner. Dr. Saras, who holds an MBBS from the University of Sydney and is a founding fellow of the Cosmetic Physicians Society of Australia, has been pioneering in the field of cosmetic medicine since establishing her first clinic in 1997. Today, her practice includes several clinics across Sydney, specialising in a range of non-surgical and non-invasive procedures. In this episode, Dr. Saras will discuss the integration of cutting-edge technologies like EMSCULPT NEO and EMFACE in her practice, focusing on how these innovations enhance body sculpting, muscle tone, and facial rejuvenation. We'll delve into her multimodality approach to treatment, which aligns with modern technologies with a personalised patient care approach to achieve natural and effective aesthetic outcomes. Join me as we uncover the effective strategies for addressing common aesthetic concerns, including those related to menopause, and learn how advanced technology is transforming patient care in the aesthetics industry.
I actually became an aesthetic doctor quite early on, almost about 30 years ago. So I just finished my hospital training and I was attracted to this area because it was exciting. It was almost like every new week there was a new treatment, a new device, a new way of looking at things. And that, I think, was what interested. Very early on, I knew it couldn't just be one treatment, one technology. You really had to do the research. You had to do the hard research and find out what was there. Investing in every new technology that comes out, you have to do the research.
Can you tell me, in this past 30 years where you've been working in aesthetic medicine, what's changed in the client profile of someone who is seeking aesthetic services?
Well, we have a much smarter patient coming to us now. They are an educated patient. They've done the research. They are demanding certain treatments. So we have to keep up, which is great. It pushes you to do the hard work. The other thing is, no longer do patients have time for downtime. That's important. A lot of our treatments now, I can't sell a treatment that has a lot of downtime anymore. They don't want something that's going to be long treatments, many treatments. They want something that's quick and efficient. So, that's the type of patient we're dealing with.
But I'm wondering if you could share with us, in your clinical experience, what you notice in men and in women, the redistribution of fat, muscle, strength, functionality. What are some of the things that you see in your patients that you have been treating?
So as we age, I think most people will see the differences in the face, and that's where they have stopped previously. But what we have to realize is that as we age, especially over the age of 30, we lose 5% muscle mass every decade. That is huge because what we have learned about health, function, posture, youth is that we must maintain that muscle mass, that muscle mass density, because this is what is going to improve our muscle to fat ratio, is going to keep our metabolism at an all-time high. So it was BTL that we decided to focus on maintaining this muscle mass, because that is the key to having a youthful, efficient, functioning body. And now we can do it on the face as well, but we'll talk about that later. So the MCella was one of the first devices utilizing HIFEP, which stands for high intensity focused electromagnetic energy. And we use this energy, we focus it onto our muscles. In the case of the Emsella device, on our pelvic floor muscles.
I want to ask you if someone is, at any age, say they're either recently in menopause or postmenopausal, is this treatment, is this device suitable for helping fast track that muscle redentification and building muscle mass?
It is. It is. And so you can, the wonderful thing about the Neo and Sculpt, you can use it. So the great thing about this device is that it covers all types of patients. You can still use it on a patient who's never exercised before. And we need to use it on that patient. We need to maintain the muscle that she or he has. But you could also use it on a woman who has exercised, who's particularly fit, because they want an even more efficient toned, sculpted body. Okay. So for the patient who is going through menopause, perimenopausal, her functionality is very important. We want a stronger, fitter muscle core on her because this is going to help her, make sure that her osteoporosis, which is also something that happens with menopause, doesn't overwhelm her body. So she's got the muscles to support her so that she's not accidentally falling, things like that.
Ready to meet your best self? FutureLab supplements available exclusively at Chemist Warehouse give your body what it needs to stay strong, radiant, and ageless. FutureLab's longevity trifecta, NAD+, berberine, and resveratrol work to support the hallmarks of aging from the inside out.
When you think about the use, the aging process, when we're talking to patients and they come in and they go, Doc, what I want is that. So what are they talking about? They're talking about those muscles and also the fat dropping and producing these jowl areas. So EMFACE is trying to bring the muscles back to where they were in their youthful state. It's about improving the skin over the muscles. It's about dragging that fat volume back up there where in the cheek area. So I think all these devices go hand in hand with some of these exosomes, some of the biostimulators. Very important to combine them all.
There's a part of me that, is excited that there's all this consumer discourse, but there's another part of me that thinks, okay, you're obviously getting your education just off social media. This is a conversation you need to be having with your practitioner.
Mm.
What
Mm.
happens when, as a practitioner, when you get one of these clients or patients that comes in that knows everything and, wants to have this, and this? How do you kind of pull it back and then apply your own expertise, experience?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, look, there's nothing wrong with an educated patient. I want people to have invested a bit of time in what they want. But at that first consultation, it is very important not to just point blank tell them that what they think a treatment is all about is not the case. You want to develop a relationship. You want to develop that trust. So on that first consultation, I basically do this for almost all my patients. I observe. So they're sitting down next to me. I get them to talk and I'm observing their face. I'm observing what moves. Is there any asymmetries? I'm formulating in the back of my mind what I would do for them, but I'm not telling them. I want to hear it from them. So the next thing, other than observation, is listen. Listen to what they're saying because you'll pick up a lot of clues, which will direct you into better directing them. My other, you know, bias is that as I'm growing older, I tend to buy devices that I want to use on myself. That's my other bias in terms of what I choose. But I love new technology. I mean, this field, above all other medical fields, I think, has something new and exciting almost every month. You just have to research it. You have to find out what it's about. And fortunately, I'm in a position, I have a very good relationship with a lot of these companies, and they allow me to trial it out and they're there to educate me. So it's been fun.
what the future of the aesthetic industry is going to be? What are some of the key trends that you think are going to manifest as everyday parlance or everyday treatments?
Well, there are two things that I sort of think might happen. I think men are the new frontier. This distinction between women being the cosmetic patient is going to change. It's going to be an equal division. Men and women equally are going to demand cosmetic procedures. The second thing is that cosmetic procedures are going to go hand in hand with wellness. So all our clinics are going to have to deliver wellness, regenerative medicine, functional medicine. It goes hand in hand. We can't avoid this. So we're all going to become experts in wellness, which I'm looking forward to because I'm interested in finding out a lot about these things because I think that's what our patients want. So that's that's going to change. It's not going to be outright surgery or outright injectables anymore. Our patient populations demand more. So I would probably pinpoint those two things.
You're listening to the highlights edit of a longer episode. If you enjoyed this clip, be sure to download and listen to the full episode.